Booking in sales calls for your business is tough, but it doesn't have to be that way. Today, I want to show you how you can use congruence to book more sales calls for your business, the same way that I'm the founder of Adstra, we at Adstra book in over 100 qualified calls every month, and how we help 300 plus businesses also book in calls, whether that's local service, online service, SaaS, what have you. And so briefly in this video, what we're going to be going over is how you can do that very simply without needing doodads and doohickeys. Really, this is just conceptually how to use congruence in your marketing. And what we're going to be going over in this video really quick is, what is congruence? What is it? What does it mean? Congruence in practice, how you can do it, and then how to ensure that you are tracking. Okay? So there's ways to identify where congruence lacks, but how to ensure that you're tracking. Okay? Like I said, this is exactly what we do for our clients and our partners, and so I'm happy to kind of go over how this works and how you can do it too. Okay, so first and foremost is, what is congruence? Essentially, anytime in business, what you want to do to book calls is you have your prospect, whoever that may be. Okay, it's important to understand your prospect first and foremost. That's a video for another day. We have other videos go over research, but your prospect is going to see you. Okay, and the first thing that they see from you sets the tone for what else they're potentially going to do with you in the future, whether it's book a call, whether it's opt in for a freebie, whether it's buy something from you, right? And so keep that in mind, that while we're doing this, is that first impression is super important, okay? First impression is by far the most important. And so let's say you're doing a DM, okay? So you send them a DM, right? Or an email. Let's just call it an email just because it's easier. And in that email, you say, blah, 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 I can help you streamline operations by 30%. Okay, cool. All right. Let's say somebody says, great, I would love to hear about that. Right. And then so you send them a link, and the link goes to a landing page. That landing page must say exactly what you just said. Whatever the headline is, it has to say exactly what you just said, to some degree. Now, this seems obvious, but we look at ads every day. We look at thousands of ads every month, and even the biggest companies don't do this, where it's sort of, the message is muddled. And what happens is the message between stage 1 is like, who are you? Okay, so that's stage 1. And then that goes to stage 2, which is, sure, I'll download something, I'll go to a landing page, whatever. Okay, and that's stage 2. And then you have stage 3, which is getting on the call, right? Or somewhere similar. And then you have stage 4, sale. Okay. So you have these stages. And at each stage, bits and pieces of your message are going to fly off, because maybe you have different people in different departments saying different things. If somebody clicked on an ad, they see a landing page, they give you their information, and then they get a phone call, and then they get on a sales call. That's all places where your message can be muddled. And what congruence essentially is saying the same thing, okay? So what we do at Adstra is we run a lot of ads, okay? We run a lot of ads. I can show you here briefly. Let me pause. Okay, so we have ads, right? And our lead, we sell a low ticket too, but our lead ads are how to book 100 plus demos, okay? So that's what the person sees here. They're going to see, let's go back to this. Look at ad details. How to book 100 plus sales calls. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay, the landing page, how to book 100 plus sales calls. Very simple. But that's congruence, and that's why we're able to get a ton of leads every day. And then from here, after that, it goes to a video that says, here's how to book 100 plus sales calls, right? And then the booking page is, here's how we can help you book 100 plus sales calls, right? And so if we go to this, what my job as the marketer is to make sure down the line communications are clear. Okay? Same thing, same thing, same thing. If you have a setter calling leads, which is we have a couple, right? Those setters are also saying, great, so you're looking for 100 plus sales calls, right? What are you doing right now to get more sales calls? And then the salesperson that gets on the meeting is, great, so what's your motivation for getting on the sales call? You're looking for more sales calls. Okay, all right, fair enough. So congruence is the most important thing, and you'll know that congruence is not working for you if they're falling off at a certain point, or they're confused on the sales calls, like, what is this for? I'm not sure what this is. Or it's just your marketing step-by-step is not working properly, okay? So keep in mind that it's something that's going to take a while for you to do because you have to continue to get feedback. But if you hear that often in your sales calls, it's likely that you're not congruent, okay? And so just keeping it a theme here. So congruence in practice, ideally, is what I just showed you, okay? So I think a great representation is just, our ads, right? You could see, what is this new marketing protocol, right? Still this AI growth funnel, right? And then there's some copy here below that says, 100 plus sales calls. Okay, boom, right? And then from there, they get text messages and they get calls and they get emails all about how to book more sales calls, specifically 100 plus, specifically in 30 days without cold outreach, specifically. Because if you look at all of our other ads, that's the main theme. That's the big idea is, hey, cold outreach sucks, right? Like this meme right here is like, well, these cold email campaigns never work kind of thing, right? Let me save you 17 pounds of coffee kind of thing, right? So cold outreach, let's try this instead. So that congruency in the message is like, people know it's not cold outreach. People know that it's without cold outreach. People know that it's to book a ton of sales calls with AI automatically, 5 seconds to do so. Here's your free thing. And then the conversation is, how'd you like that free thing? Would you like to learn more about it? Would you like us to do it? Cool. And then the sales call is very much like, you want more meetings? Okay, cool. That is the cornerstone. That is the thing. And I see too many businesses noodle around with a lot of different kind of things all the time. You might sell multiple things, but what is it that the person wants, right? And it's up to you to find that, because when you deliver a marketing message, whether through cold email, cold outreach, which we don't recommend, it's hard. It's harder than it used to be. But through advertising, what is that message, and are people resonating with that message? And does that relate to your core offer? Okay, so that's doing it in practice. What I would say is, for you to do it, let's break down what the step-by-step would take for you to do it, okay? So ideally, right, you have some sort of entry point, okay? You have some sort of entry point. That may be cold outreach. That may be a DM. That may be an ad. That may be SEO, blogs, whatever it is that you're doing to get traffic. This is entryway to learning about you, okay? And, if you don't have an entryway, then you probably should, but you should have some sort of entryway where people are getting connected with you, whether this mechanism be cold email, cold outreach, cold calling, boots on the ground, what have you. For our folks that we work with, we use paid traffic, and then so we send them to some sort of lead funnel, and that is their first the first thing is an ad. So let me just walk through kind of how the ad stuff works. It makes more sense to me in my head. We have an ad, and that ad says something, okay? And then from that ad, you have a landing page for a free thing. Best way to do it, best way to get leads, give them something for free, something that they want. Okay, so the ad must say the same thing as the landing page is saying in terms of what you can get, what this isn't, what this is. It's most important to also talk about what this isn't, who this is not for, because you're building a tribe of people that it is for more often by saying who it is for. By being against somebody, it works really well. You need to be against somebody to be for people, okay? And then next step is a VSL page with a video. And I'm not sure why it's not writing, but that VSL page with the video is going to be, okay, here we go. With a video, that's got to be the same message as well. And then you have a book a call page. It's got to be the same message as well. And then you have sales call. That's got to be the same message as well. And if they don't book, okay, if they don't book and they just opt in for the free thing, your retargeting ads, your outreach to these people, your whatever communication, email, right, text message, let's just assume that's a text message. All these things also have to relate back to this, what they saw on the ad, because obviously they clicked on the ad for a reason, and it's very easy to be confused when you have a bunch of BS flying around. Okay, so if it's congruent, guaranteed your funnel will be better and you'll book more meetings. Now, how do you know that it's congruent? Now, there's a few signs to know that it's not congruent, right? It's the best way to know if it is congruent. Number one is, right, first of all, it has to be congruent with what they want. So are people communicating with the first thing? That cold email, are they communicating? Are they expressing interest at a 0.5 to 2% reply rate? Are they clicking on the ad at a high frequency? Is it a low cost per click? Is it a high click through? Right? So first step, is it good or not? Okay, we're getting clicks for like $1.50 and then probably $8 on Google, and I feel like that's pretty good. And then of the people that click, are they opting in? Are they opting in? Okay. And then of the people who are opting in, are they qualified? Now, I can't really give you metrics on opt-ins and stuff like that. I just know that we're getting leads for maybe $7 a piece. Some of our clients get leads for $3 a piece. Some of our clients get leads for $20 a piece. It all works. It has to work with your unit economics. But just understand industries will be different. Just know that first step is the thing getting clicked. Is it getting responded to? And then after that, are they taking the next step? From that step, are they qualified? Now, this is going to be congruence from the first bit. The ad or the message, the landing page, the free thing that you're giving away. Is it congruent with what they want? Because you always have to ask the question, what's in it for me? With them. What's in it for me? What's in it for them? You got to answer that question all the time. And we do have another video about how to do research. You can check that out. It's on the page, on the YouTubes. You can check that out, right? And there's also blogs there as well. So you can check that video out. It's really good to know what it is for your audience that's in it for them, right? And then number 4 is, are they engaging? And when they engage, do they ask questions like, what is this? Who's this for? What do you do? There's generalized questions of what do you do, but then there's also questions of, if you're selling landscaping and the people are talking about, I thought this was hair salon, or like we have a client that we had to fix congruence for. They were selling business phone systems and personal people are signing up for it. For their personal phone, which is there's a lack of congruence there. When they opted in, they were not qualified, and when they opted in, when they engaged, they said, I'm looking to get rid of my T-Mobile. And it's like, we can't help you. So why is this not, why is that bringing in the wrong person? We have to make sure we have business phone, and it did, but it was weird because of targeting. Anyways, when they engage, what are they engaging with? Okay. And then when you have the conversation, are they confused? Right? So you should call your leads, but the setting process should be very simple. Hey, are you looking to get your lawn care taken care of? If your ad said all that, then it should be yes. right? Or should be somewhere along the lines of, I'm just looking for that, or I got a tree that needs to be removed, or like whatever, you know what I mean? So the setting conversation, make sure that that script is dialed, but that's how you know when you have a real conversation based on their confusion level, was it actually true? Did you provide enough information, or did you maybe provide too much information? Maybe it wasn't succinct or simple enough. I lay on the side of trying to write less to say more in your advertising and in your marketing. People have less and less time now, but that's a conversation for another day. And then number 6 is the sales call, okay? So setting, just keep in mind that this can be your emails, your calls, your text. So based on your calls, text, emails, make sure they're all congruent with the ad, with the landing page, with a qualified person. That's what they want. And on the sales calls, right? The first question is always going to be like, what motivated you to reach out? And if you're doing lawn care and they're asking for a hair transplant, you're obviously wrong here. But it requires this data collection colloquially from the people that you're meeting with, okay? And so that's how you'll know. And then at any stage, you can find confusion points here. You can find, oh, you know what? The leads aren't that qualified, right? What we do is we ask for an opt-in step. We know we can only work people over 100K a year, so that's kind of the thing that we ask for. We get that information before they become a lead, so we know if they're qualified or not. Did they engage? When they engage, are they asking a ton of questions? Are they confused? Do they not know what this is for? Do they have a kind of an idea? You can be indirect with your stuff. I think indirect headlines, indirect stuff works for some industries, but they can't be complete disassociation from the thing. And then in your setting, I guess engage and setting are kind of the same thing, but setting is more so like you can get real-time feedback, right? And from the emails is like, is it getting clicked? Is it getting opened? If it's not getting clicked or getting opened at a high frequency, say 40%, say getting clicked at 5%, then it's probably because it's not congruent. Okay, calls. Are people picking up? Do they know the company? Do they know what you guys do? Do they want the thing that you do? Are they qualified to buy the thing that you have? Right? So that's another thing. And then with text, we send a lot of text, but it's like, hey, who are you? What do you do? I'm not a business owner. For us, that would be like, oh shit, okay, something's wrong here. But that has never happened with us, right? It's very clear. Just based on some of the positioning statements, if we look, I know that I'm not going to get any people that are selling shoes because I have open letter to owners who have a hungry sales team, 100 plus qualified demos without cold outreach, right? E-com businesses don't need demos. So what's in it for them? This is the thing that people want, is more meetings. And my best client needs more meetings. They're already, doing well or whatever. And then I have some copy here. You can look at it. It's kind of, I'll put it in the description. But that's it for the video today. I hope you enjoyed. Just know that this is a series that I'm doing. I'm looking to do 1 to 2 videos every week. And this series is just be going over really unscripted, unfiltered. I'm not going to edit these. I'm just going to go off the cuff, off the top. I'm going to answer questions that my clients have, that people have, and hope that it helps you and just show you really just what we're doing to be effective, because we're booking in hundreds of meetings a month and it's great, right? And I have other problems in the business, and that's maybe a conversation for another day. But just know that I'm just trying to share what I have done to make this work really well for us, and I hope you get value from it. So every single video, just understand that this is going to be off the cuff. I'm not going to do a lot of production. As you can see, I'm not going to do a lot of doodads, doohickeys, like slideshows and stuff like that. Like, no, we're just going to kind of go off the cuff, show you what I do to make it work, talk about concepts. If you want something else from me, if you want me to answer something else, just leave a comment in the description. I'm happy to go through that and see what's good. And I can make some further content on that type of stuff. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. If you want to book a call with us, chat down below. If you want to grab the system and do it yourself, down below. But as always, I appreciate you for watching. Take care.